Hi there. Have you ever wondered how to create a LinkedIn newsletter? Well, we're going to get to the bottom of that in today's video. We'll see you on the other side. Hi there, my name is Ingafay, and I'm an authenticity strategist. And in today's video, I am going to show you how to create a newsletter on your personal profile as well as your business page. Let's do this, shall we? So, when it comes to creating a newsletter on your personal profile, it is really easy to do. But before I get into exactly how to do it, I want to tell you exactly the prerequisites for doing this. First and foremost, you need to have at least 150 connections or 150 followers on your personal page. And you need to abide by all of the LinkedIn guidelines. So if you had any kind of recent violation, they may not necessarily let you do it. So make sure that you have those prerequisites taken care of first and foremost. This is also the same for if you're doing it on your business page. So if you are like me, I know I had been on LinkedIn forever and a day and had several connections. So I had over the 150 connections for my personal profile, but I didn't have the connections on my business profile. So I had to wait a little bit until I built up those connections to actually be able to use it on my business profile. So if that's the case for you, just know that it can be done because I did it. It will take a little time, but I'll give you a little quick trick when we get to the business profile so you'll know exactly what to do. So now that we've talked about the prerequisites, let's talk about how to actually do this on your personal profile. Okay, so let's share the screen. We're going to go over to my LinkedIn profile. All right, so you see this right here. It says write an article. So you're going to click on that first. And it gives me the option to write an article as me on my personal profile or my business profile, but we're going to do it on the personal profile first. So we're going to click here, and as you see, I already have a profile. But what you can do is, the great thing about it is if you don't have a newsletter, you can click here and you can create another newsletter. Now, I know recently they must have just added this. You could only create one newsletter per personal profile, but now it looks like you can add another one, which is absolutely great. If you didn't want to do a newsletter just yet, you see I hit that manage and you can just create an individual standalone article, so you can do that as well. The great thing about the LinkedIn newsletter though is it's going to allow you to get subscribers. And the great thing about my newsletter is I have over 2,000 subscribers that when I send this newsletter out, over 2,000 subscribers are going to get a message from LinkedIn about my newsletter if they allow email from LinkedIn. If they don't allow email from LinkedIn, they'll still be able to see it on my profile and get notified in the notifications of LinkedIn. So either way, you're really able to interact with your audience, build that authority, that know, like, and trust factor. So then over time that they'll feel comfortable enough with you to either refer you, possibly collaborate with you, and last but definitely not least, become your client. Now, it does work kind of the same way when it comes to creating a newsletter on your business profile, which is what we're going to talk about next. Now, if we go here again, we're going to hit write article like I did before, but instead of choosing my personal profile, I'm now going to choose my business profile and hit next. Now, again, it already brought me over here because I already have a newsletter with them. But again, if I wanted to create another newsletter, I still have the option to create another one right here where it says create newsletter. In addition to that, I can also create an individual article like I had mentioned to you before, but it does not send out to my subscribers of my newsletter. That's why it's really powerful to have your own newsletter subscription here. Really your own newsletter, so you can have your own subscribers that you have access to and be able to connect with. The other great thing about the newsletter is you get to decide how frequently you're going to send it out. Now, currently, I have my newsletter at a bi-weekly frequency. You could do it on a weekly frequency. Heck, you could probably do it on a daily. But my thing is I wanted to do something that I knew that I was going to be consistent with. So I have the every 2 week newsletter bi-weekly. I alternate between the two newsletters because I have two aspects of my business, a beauty side as well as a coaching side. So that is what really worked for me. Okay. So, what I want you to do is if you have that minimum criteria, as I mentioned in the beginning, go ahead and create a newsletter. Get that following because, in addition to that, LinkedIn is going to let people know about your newsletter as well. If you look at your network here and you scroll down, LinkedIn suggests people that they recommend that you connect with, in addition to also recommending newsletters that what may be of interest to you. So it would be a great way for you to get your information out and be further in the know with people that are in your network and people that are not necessarily in your network. I highly recommend that you create this newsletter. Choose a frequency that you feel like you can be consistent with and just go do it. And then if you need ideas, if you're searching for what do I talk about in my newsletter, I do have a newsletter blueprint that you can get access to. The link will be down in the description. So just check that out. I'll give you basically 3 months of newsletters if you decide to do it on a bi-weekly basis. So check that out in the description. And as always, thanks for watching and bye for now.